120-degree mode of operation of three-phase inverter. The power circuit diagram of three-phase 120-degree mode of inverter is shown as in figure A and figure B using thyristor and IGBTs respectively. For 120-degree mode of voltage source inverter, each thyristor conducts for 120 degree of a cycle. Like 180-degree mode, 120-degree mode inverter also requires 6 steps, each of 60-degree duration, for completing one cycle of output voltage. For this inverter, the table is given in a waveform figure. The sequence of firing the sixth thyristor is prepared as shown in the waveform at the top. In this table, the first row shows that thyristor T1 conducts for 120 degree and for next 60 degree neither T1 nor T4 conducts. Now thyristor T4 is turned on at omega t is equal to 180 degree and it further conducts for 120 degree, that is from omega t is equal to 180 degree to omega t is equal to 300 degree. This means that for 60-degree interval from omega t is equal to 120 degree to omega t is equal to 180 degree, series connected ACR does not conduct. At omega t is equal to 300 degree, T4 is turned off. Then 60-degree interval elapses before T1 is turned on again at omega t is equal to 360 degree. In the second row, thyristor T3 is turned on at omega t is equal to 120 degree as in 180 degree mode inverter. Now T3 conducts for 120 degree, then 60-degree interval elapses during which neither T3 nor T6 conducts. At omega t is equal to 300 degree, T6 is turned on, it conducts for 120 degree and then 60-degree interval elapses after which T3 is turned on again. The third row is also completely similar. So from this table, it shows that T6, T1 should be gated for step 1, T1, T2 for step 2, T2, T3 for step 3 and so on. The sequence of firing the sixth thyristor is same as for 180-degree mode of operation. During each step, only two thyristor conducts for this inverter, one from upper group and one from lower group. But for 180-degree mode inverter, three thyristor conduct in each step. Now this sequencing can be elaborated by using the equivalent circuit just similar to 180-degree mode of operation. These equivalent circuits are divided into step 1 and step 2 equivalent circuit with its resistance and line to neutral voltage are shown in figure A and B respectively. For step 1, the conduction is from 0 to 60 degree. For step 2, 60 to 120 degree. 3, 120 to 180 degree. And step 4, 180 to 240 degree. Likewise. So, the circuit model from step 1 to step 4 are as shown in figure, where load is assumed to be resistive and star connected During step 1, thyristors 6 and 1 are turned on, and as such load terminal A is connected to positive bus of DC source, whereas terminal B is connected to negative bus of DC source. So if we analyze step 1 circuit, using step 1 we can find out the neutral voltages as in the equation. VA0 is equal to Vs divided by 2, V0B is equal to Vs divided by 2, whereas VB0 is equal to minus Vs divided by 2, and Vc0 is equal to 0. These voltages are shown in the step 1. So during step 1, that is from 0 to 60 degree. Similarly for step 2, thyristor 1 and 2 conducts, and the load voltages are Va0 is equal to Vs divided by 2, and Vc0 is equal to minus Vs divided by 2, and Vb0 is equal to 0. Similarly, we can find out the neutral voltages for step 3 and step 4. After these neutral voltages, we can find out the line voltages from the equivalent circuit from step 1 to step 4. So line voltages are VAB is equal to VA0 minus VB0, VBC is equal to VB0 minus VC0, and VCA is equal to Vc0 minus Va0. So from the waveform, it is seen that phase voltage have one positive pulse and one negative pulse, that is for each 120 duration for one cycle of output alternating voltage. These line voltages however have 6 steps per cycle of output alternating voltages. The Fourier analysis for equivalent circuit shown in step 1, that is for neutral voltage Va0 is equal to summation n is equal to 135 to infinity 2 Vs divided by n pi cos n pi by 6 sin n omega t plus pi by 6. Similarly, from step 2, 3 and 4, we can find out the neutral voltages with respect to B and C. So the Fourier analysis shown in the equation is taken considering only step 1 equivalent circuit. So from step 1 we have found out Va0. Similarly, we can find out Vb0 and Vc0 as Vb0 is equal to summation n is equal to 135 to infinity 2 Vs divided by n pi cos n pi by 6 sin n omega t minus pi by 2, and Vc0 is equal to summation n is equal to 135 to infinity 2 Vs divided by n pi cos n pi by 6 sin n omega t plus pi by 6. Fourier analysis for line voltage waveform VAB considering the above neutral voltages can be found out. The equation for line voltage VAB is equal to summation n is equal to 6k plus minus 1 to infinity 3 Vs divided by n pi sin n omega t plus pi by 3, where k is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 up to 5. The RMS value of fundamental voltage Vp1 is equal to 2 Vs divided by under root 2 pi cos pi by 6. If you solve this, the fundamental value of phase voltage Vp1 is equal to 0.3898 Vs. Similarly, the RMS value of this phase voltage can be found out. Vp is equal to under root 1 by pi into integration 0 to 2 pi by 3 Vs divided by 2 whole square d omega t is equal to under root 2 by 3 Vs by 2 is equal to Vs divided by under root 6 is equal to 0.4082 Vs. And After finding the phase voltages, the line voltages RMS value is given by equation VL1 is equal to 3 Vs divided by under root 2 into pi is equal to 0.6752 Vs is equal to under root 3 Vp1. The RMS value of line voltage is equal to VL is equal to root 3 into Vp is equal to 0.7071 Vs. So this is about the 120-degree mode of operation of three-phase inverter. So 120-degree mode of operation has some merits and demerits as compared to 180-degree mode of operation of inverter. So the merits and demerits of 120-degree and 180-degree mode of operation are: in 180-degree mode of inverter, when getting signal is cut off to turn off thyristor T1 at omega t is equal to 180 degree, the gate signal is simultaneously applied to thyristor T4 in same leg. In a practice, a commutation interval must exist between the removal of gating signal for thyristor T1 and application of gating signal to thyristor T4, because otherwise DC source will experience direct short circuit through thyristor T1 and T4 in same leg. So this difficulty is overcome by considerably in 120-degree mode of operation. In this inverter, there is 60-degree interval between the turning off of thyristor T1 and turning on of thyristor T4. During this 60-degree interval, T1 can commutated safely. In general, this angular interval of 60 degree exists between turning off of one device and turning on of complementary device in same leg. This 60-degree period provides sufficient time for outgoing thyristor to regain forward blocking capability. In 120-degree mode inverter, the potential of only two output terminals connected to DC source are defined at any time of cycle. The potential of third terminal pertaining to a particular leg in which neither device is conducting is not well defined. Its potential therefore depends on the nature of load. Thus, the analysis performance of this inverter is complicated for general load circuit. For balanced resistive load, the potential of all three terminals is however defined. So, we can say that the switching of 120-degree mode of operation is quite simple as compared to 180-degree mode of operation, because in 180-degree mode of operation there are three thyristors conducting at a time, whereas for 120-degree mode of operation only two thyristors are conducting at a time. So this is about 120-degree mode of operation of three-phase inverter.